Hello. Thank you for calling Skaldvic Towers. Please hold while we find an appropriate phone operator to take your call.
Not another automated voice.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I said, please hold while we find an appropriate phone operator to take your call. Approximate wait time is 1 minute.
I'm literally just trying to get some tickets. Seriously, how hard is it to just have a real person pick up the phone? Oh, thank God.
Approximate wait time is now 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Are you kidding me?
Make that 10.
10? That's... Wait, can you hear me? Hello? Is a real person there?
No. Please hold while we find an appropriate phone operator to take your call. Approximate wait time is 1 hour and 15 minutes.
What is going on? An hour? This is the most ridiculous...
Screaming about the wait is not going to make this go any faster.
I just want to buy tickets. Is that so... I know you can understand me. Just sell me the tickets. 2 tickets to the viewing deck now.
The current wait time is 6 hours and 45 minutes. Please hold.
All I want... No! I'm not yelling at a real person! It's just one of those automated voice messages. Can't be gross. Hi. Yeah, okay. Could I just get 1 ticket for the tower then?
Sorry, we don't do single tickets to this event. Goodbye.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines with me, Skald. We are in the city of Skaldvic once again and taking a look at some of the things that we got done last episode, including this wonderful new metro system, but we are missing some bus lines, so I want to go ahead and get that taken care of. This little neighborhood here doesn't have anything, so let's see if we can't just place something in. And I want to try and connect these metro stations as best as possible as well to allow transfers, but let's see if we can't just outline something nice and... Should we have it come up this way, maybe? Yeah, let's see how that works. And then some sort of an overlap with this teal line, maybe. And then coming all the way down. And back into the neighborhood somehow. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I think just any little bit of help there. And let's make sure we give this a name. That is the 8th line and a color. We'll call that bright yellow. And remove that vehicle. I want biofuel buses. And they should only need a couple for that line. Perfect. So now here they have this nice little way to get onto the green line into that neighborhood. And everything should run pretty smoothly. I do want to make sure that these people here on this navy blue line also have a stop close enough, so they should just be able to walk up and across and hop right on there as well. And then I'm also going to drag this down just a little bit to space out the lines, and hopefully they can walk from there to maybe the tram line or something. But yeah, I'm going to just give a quick check to make sure that I didn't mess up too badly on the lines in the past episode, and then we're going to get right into some of the building that we need to do today, because we have a lot to get done. So I'm taking a look here at the education, and we are missing in some places. Skaldvic looks generally okay. We're running a little low on elementary. University is definitely a problem, and something that we are going to need to tackle, but I'm not going to tackle that today because I want to make a whole campus district somewhere. I could plop a university down over here, maybe to help. I hate just putting down services just as a holding, so we're not going to worry about that. I realize I probably should do it, but I don't know. All right, it's finished, so stop emptying. We need you doing your job. And cool. So the things that I kind of want to try and get to today are just trying to build out the city a little bit and hit this next milestone. We need 48,000. That's going to let us unlock another square. And we have a little bit of space left in these squares over near the big city that we could work with. So let's jump right in and do that. So I've been looking at this sort of peninsula here at the end, and I've been thinking that we need to put some sort of a statement piece here, you know, something to really kind of pull it all together. And I'm looking at these monuments here, and I'm trying to find a good building that we can kind of build around at the end here as kind of the thing that's going to draw our eye in this city. And so I'm just kind of clicking through... Colossal HQ, maybe. Oh, I like this one. The map has this wonderful little burned down village here, and I'm gonna just... Yeah, okay, so now that that's out of the way, somewhere around here maybe looks nice, or ooh, an observation tower. That would look wonderful right here. It's really tall too, so it'll stick out, and maybe we can put some IT cluster buildings around it so that this whole little piece is a bit taller. Let's just throw down a road here and plop it down and see what we get. Is that really not... Okay, there's no center there. That's kind of frustrating. Yeah. Let's see what this kind of looks like. That gives it a nice little bit of height. Because everything else is somewhat similarly tall, and this is really going to stand out. That is not straight. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, game. No. Okay. maybe from the other direction. I just want roads to go all the way around this. That's really not gonna... Is it clipping? What is going on here? Okay, well, you know what? Just anarchy, perfect. There we go. That looks fine. Alright, well, cool. This is a good start. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out this area a little bit. And let's jump into a time lapse. Alright, so I have sort of marked out the road layout and the trams. I'm going to just make a small district inside of here. And that we can turn into the IT cluster, because I don't want all of the industry buildings down here to be those super tall ones. I just want the ones kind of close to the tower itself. So we'll have this little guy inside of all the other guys. And if I can trace it well enough. There we go. Working with districts is like weirdly difficult, and I've never quite understood why that's the case. Like, I wish the tool were anything but this little circle that kind of jumps and skips to things, but yeah, it's fine. And IT cluster, perfect. Yeah, and that's going to give us, this is going to give us just some nice tall buildings to really kind of make the tower not stand out too much, but still make it feel like it should fit. At least I hope. I mean, we'll see when everything gets built in, but my image is that this is going to kind of, all the buildings will gradually slope up to the tower, but it will still be taller than the rest of them. Let's just fill that in with some housing. And yeah, I mean, that's looking pretty good. What do we have over here district-wise? These are the non-green buildings. Maybe... I'm trying to decide between the like self-sustaining buildings or the non... Is it self-sustaining? That doesn't seem like the right word. Well, you know, whatever it is. Let's just fill in some more zones here. Alright, and some commercial along the back here. There's parking on that tram road, which was a nice asset that I found on the workshop. And I think that's going to make the whole area look pretty nice and like it's well used. We do need to bring this tram line around and stop it right out front here. Perfect. Because, I mean, hopefully, you know, people will be taking public transportation. We do have the purple line. The metro line is extended all the way out here as well. Because I'm imagining that tourists will be coming in and wanting to stop off at the tower. So we have this nice little kind of metro hub here. I want to see if I can't just put some details down to make this look like a real tram stop of some sort. Where are the things? Here they are. Nope, it's just single. Thank you. And we'll just put some of those guys down. A trash can and recycling and such. Cool. And then there's an asset. There's one down here that I've used for like ticket booths. Yeah, I think that looks great. If we can just squeeze it in there. Maybe a lamppost. Give them some light at night. I feel like this is gonna look, in some places to sit, this will look like it's kind of like a full station, you know, as opposed to just the tram signs that the game gives you. I kind of wish that they did a little bit more for the tram stations generally, but I understand how that could be difficult maybe to program. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. And we're getting our first IT building here, so let's take a look and see how that turns out. How high is it going? Is that where it's ending? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's gonna fit really well. Because the observation tower obviously wants to be an observation tower. Like, you want to be able to see things from it. And that works perfectly. And we already have people coming in. Look at that. I guess those people came off the metro. Nice. It is already a kind of used space. And here comes one of the trams. I've seen this particular tram used so much on, I see it on the Reddit all the time. It's from Melbourne in Australia, and whoever, I forget who made the asset. I'll have to look for it later. It should be in the description somewhere, but it's just such a well-made tram asset. Oh, I love it. All right, I want to extend this zone, this little inside zone a little bit, because I want some more different looking buildings just to sort of blend the two areas into one another. So let's just see if I can't squeeze that in here as well. I just want it. God, this tool is so frustrating sometimes. And then we're going to put the green houses. Can I do like a tourism thing? Power is not getting there. Okay, I want all of this as well. And we'll just scoop all of that in. Cool. And let's make this a tourism sector. Yeah, I think that's great because it'll give us like hotels and things like that. And I actually want them across the street as well. But I think that makes sense. I mean, if this is going to be kind of an area where a lot of tourists are coming, I want hotels and whatnot. And those also should give us some kind of tall buildings to help frame the location. We'll see how that kind of starts to come in for us. Is there anything else? We could probably fit this in somewhere. Just a nice little plaza. I mean, that fits if you don't think about it. You just click anarchy and bam, look at that. It's a little off center. Can we just kind of slide it over without going into the road too much? I mean, that looks fine to me. They have sidewalks and cool. And let's just frame this a little bit with some more zones. Give people a reason to want to be around this. Cool. Looking good. I'm not sold on this junction over here with the tram line. Yeah. Because it crosses onto the road, and then it's a tram-only road, and yeah, no. We're gonna just change this a little bit. So what if we pull something out from there? And I want this to line up. The grid next to us is sort of on a diagonal. Can I find what that is? What that diagonal is? So if I draw that all the way up here, is that sort of what I'm looking for? It's the meeting of two different, grid systems here. So it's kind of, yeah, ugh, that looks so ugly. Okay, what if I just make it curved here? Just curve up to where that intersection would be. That's slightly better, but also not great. I don't actually need that road here, so let's just fill those zones back in and put some offices on here. Yeah, I mean, that's better. That's definitely better. And oh yeah, we need to fill this all the way in, and just straight like that should be fine. Cool. Except now, of course, we have these two intersections kind of right next to each other. Well, they're not really intersections because this one's just the tram line. So could I do a little bit of give way here, give way there, and then can I take off of these crosswalks maybe and go through and no crosswalks? Sure, that seems to work. It kind of messed with the zones a little bit, but and I'm also going to fill in this area with just like a path because it just seems to make more sense that it would all be asphalt here. Just kind of a big, there we go. A little bit of anarchy never hurt anybody. I'm still not sold on this curve. Right, let's fill in the zone. Is that gonna make me feel better? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm really liking the way this is coming through. This is bugging me. Okay, delete that. What if this just comes out further? Like it just keeps going all the way there, and then it's just straight in. It's remarkable how long it might take sometimes to get to the completely logical solution. That makes so much more sense. It's just infinitely better. Alright, let's put a couple more stops on this little kind of turnaround, because now it's not so much a little turnaround as a whole part of the route. So just throw one in here and one on the coastline there. Alright, and so while I get this squared away, the next thing I want to do is we have space between a lot of the neighborhoods and the main road, and I kind of want to put a park there and see what that looks like. So you might have noticed in the middle of that time lapse, we did hit the next milestone. And we have Parkia here. This is a name from a suggestion from one of the very first videos that I thought was hilarious. I know there were multiple different suggestions, but I liked them all as the name. So, we're just going to keep it that way. But in unlocking the next milestone, we are able to get another square, which means we can finally fill in this area next to the main road inside of the highway. And I'm probably going to kind of continue in the same sort of vein as what we have been doing up until now in this city. And so I just kind of want to section these two areas off here. Eventually, I think this road will continue underneath the highway or something. We might need to look into adding some more off-ramps, but, for now, we're just going to kind of leave it as is. There's these monorail lines in there that I'm just going to take out really quickly. But, yeah, I think that we should be able to make a significant dent in getting to the next population milestone by filling in these areas. And I think it's also going to do something that visually for the city is just going to... I've been so excited to just get this area filled in so that the city looks more full. So why don't we jump ahead and get that started? So that was a lot of building put into one little time lapse, and things are starting to come in. We do need some services down here. A fire department is definitely going to help. It looks completely uncovered. So maybe somewhere here. And then just an extra police station to kind of help, I think would also be a good idea. And can we fit in these elder care and child care maybe? That fits like a glove, so let's see if that gets in there. And the child care doesn't quite fit, so maybe down on the main road. How does that look? There's some trees clipping through, but actually that looks fine. I don't mind that at all. But that's actually going to kind of take up all of our time in today's episode, unfortunately. Let's just slap down one of these guys. As always, I do really appreciate you guys jumping in and tuning into the episodes. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like the video and subscribe down below. If you want to kind of join our community, there's a Discord that's growing. It's also in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you there.